Hey, look who has joined me for our review of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I called a Beast Wars expert in. Bear Safi is here with me.
Don't put that on me.
You are a big fan of the Beast Wars. I am not familiar with the Beast Wars, the Wars of the Beasts at all.
The Wars of the Beasts.
But
you know who isn't a fan of Wars of the Beasts? Johnny Millennium, because he refused to come here to watch this movie with us.
Well, you know, these Transformers movies, they can be hit and miss. And a lot of misses with the Transformers franchise. A lot of pots and pans banging together. That's the famous Siskel and Ebert quote. I've had some fun with Transformers movies over the years. I really enjoyed Bumblebee, which was the last one, 2018.
Probably the best one to come out in a long time.
I think it's the best one.
Yeah, period. I would give it that.
Yeah, I think it just had a lot of heart and a lot of fun and a lot of acknowledgement of the Gen 1 fans out there.
Absolutely.
This is trying to fuse some of the other areas of the Transformers franchise, because there's been many iterations over the years. First of all, what is Beast Wars?
Beast Wars was an animated series. I mean, there was a toy line, of course.
Yeah.
You know, the Hasbro special, but it was.
Yeah.
This was my generation of Transformers,
So
and this is what I grew up on. It was the '90s animated show, one of the first 3D shows ever made. Next to Reboot, which was designed by Mainframe Entertainment.
Made around here.
All
actually.
done around Vancouver. All the voice acting was here from Vancouver.
Yep.
So a lot of the voice actors come to the conventions here, and I have a very special place in my heart for Beast Wars. Now, this movie.
Hold on. These are robots, but they have fur.
They have fur. Yeah. They
explain that.
They come into a new planet and they just try and camouflage in with the planet to not be seen.
Is it fur though, or is it robot
it's fur?
fur?
It's
it
fur.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once they transform, you can see a little bit of robots. So, unlike this movie, where the robots and the apes kind of look more like robots, I want to say, with Optimus Primal.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they don't really blend in that much.
Yeah, they don't look like Earth gorillas.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they look very terrifying.
Like very terrifying, very scary, and very robotic.
So were you happy with the way that the Beast Wars were represented in this movie, or was it kind of like... Because I remember the Gen 1 fans of Transformers hated what Michael Bay did with the original Transformers movies. Is that sort of how you feel right now?
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This did not feel like anything Beast Wars to me. And I just have to be 100% blunt for you. Yeah, you know, we first of all, you see the Beast Wars characters so rarely up until like I want to say about halfway through the movie.
I know. I asked you in the movie, where are the Maximals?
Where are the Maximals? Like, where's Primal?
Yes.
And speaking of Primal, the only other Beast Wars characters you get is Rhinox, Air Razor, and you get Cheetor.
All right.
So you know, don't expect like Silverbolt or Rat Trap.
This is like going to your friend's house and they've only got 3 action figures, and they really let you down.
Yeah, like
where's the rest of them? We wanted to play with our Transformers and Beast Wars. Where are the rest of them?
That's exactly it. This is honestly just a traditional Transformers movie with a bit of Beast Wars flavor mixed in for marketing. But I didn't feel any sense of Beast Wars love and care. And that also could be because the creators of this maybe weren't as attached to Beast Wars.
You know what? I think everything is such a calculated move, and it's like, how much exposition can we dump into this to explain things? And honestly, I've seen all of these Transformers movies. I can't tell you the plots or the characters from any of them. I've enjoyed some of the experiences. But this movie is very, very front-loaded with exposition. It's explaining this giant sort of robot creature that's coming to eat Earths, very Galactus-like. And the Beast Wars characters, the Maximals, end up on Earth in a grand escape. And then somehow the Transformers have existed here for a while, and they all get together, and they get to band together to try to take on this evil, oppressive force. And in the midst of it are these 2 characters from Brooklyn. We've got a young man played by Anthony Ramos and a young lady played by Dominique Fishback. 2 totally different walks of life. She's like a museum intern. She's got a history bent, and Anthony Ramos is just trying to take care of his brother and get a job so he can pay some bills with his family.
Yeah, very kind of different worlds coming together. Kind of a usual thing that we see in a lot of these flicks. I will say the best thing about this movie, the best thing that I did enjoy about it was the fact that it takes place in the 90s. And Bumblebee took place in 87, so this is right after. And the 90s charm of this movie, and the fact that Beast Wars came out in the 90s just kind of felt really right to me.
I dug that too.
Yeah, and just the music was probably my favorite part of it.
There was lots of cool 90s tunes in there. They had to drop some LL Cool J.
Yeah. Some
which
Mama
was
Said Knock You Out.
Which
awesome.
is fine. And honestly, the visual effects I think are really cool.
So much happening on screen.
There is.
Sometimes, Vic.
It's hard to keep track. That's always been sort of par for the course with Transformers. But all of the artists that work on these things now, they got it down.
They do.
So it's close to photoreal in every single shot. Sometimes when you put the humans next to the robots, some of the compositing doesn't quite work, but it's pretty damn effective.
Really good,
And of course there's cheese. I just had to keep reminding myself that this is for the fans of the franchise and kids who are new to this world and want to collect the figures. Obviously they're paying attention to what's happening in the Marvel universe, and there's a big sort of endgame epic scale battle. Not quite with that at that kind of caliber or that level.
It felt very endgamey with like what they were trying to go for and the inspiration there.
And it wasn't all earned, right? This wasn't like we lived with these characters over 6 movies and it was totally satisfying. They crammed a lot into one movie.
Again, the Beast Wars showed up. I want to say for like 40 minutes. At the end, you see a little bit in the beginning,
and they really make no sense. They're robots with hair on them. I just don't. I mean, it's like General Grievous or something.
Yeah, it's that's actually a very, very good comparison there. But I did want to say that other than Optimus Primal from Beast Wars, you don't really get to have much interaction with Rhinox or Cheetor at all.
No.
Maybe Airazor gets a bit of lines, who's voiced by Michelle Yeoh.
Yep.
And she did a terrific job.
She was cool.
Role, but it was just like so little Beast Wars for me.
I agree, and I didn't know who I was looking out for, but I just know that I saw a lot of Optimus Prime, and Peter Cullen is fantastic as this character. Dinklage is in this. Peter Dinklage is in this as the big bad, and he's terrific in this movie.
The main comic relief was Mirage, who's played by Pete Davidson. What did you think of him?
I thought he was okay. It fit the 90s. It fit that vibe. It was kind of sassy and playful.
I think he actually did a great job.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's a good actor because I didn't know it was Pete Davidson the whole time. I watched like one trailer for this, like I want to say 3-4 months ago. And haven't seen anything. I don't know anyone in the cast.
Yeah.
And I thought Pete actually did a pretty damn good job. I thought Mirage was fun. I thought he had some quirky lines that actually made me chuckle.
Yeah.
But just overall the plot was just a little slow, and you can sense the audience's energy going down as the movie went.
It was very contrived. It was really set up to just try to get to this big battle. And there was not really any emotional moment kind of earned, even with the humans. It all felt a little artificial. But it still came out okay. It's sort of mid-tier, I think, in the Transformers universe. I didn't hate it. What are you going to give Transformers Rise of the Beasts?
It is a 6 out of 10 for me, Vic.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.5.